Hello there, YouTube. I recently got this Evernew Titanium DX Stand, and as soon as it arrived in the mail, I took it out to see if it would burn twigs as a wood-burning stove, and it did. In fact, my son and I went into the backyard and roasted marshmallows on it, and it was very, very fun. It is a very lightweight, because it's all titanium, multi-fuel stove. So mostly it's used for burning alcohol and for burning Esbit tabs, but it also burns wood. Now, I ordered these cross braces separately, and it arrived recently, just a couple of days ago, even though it took about 2 months to reach me. And I thought this would raise a pot up just a little bit above and allow me to feed sticks in from above if I was, boiling water or cooking something on the top. Now, as a wood-burning stove, it works, but I think it can be more effective. The trouble is, air can't come in through the bottom, up from the bottom very well. It has this bottom plate, and it rests on these little brackets that keep it kind of centered in these holes that are at the bottom. Here you go. Look at this. You can see that the plate cuts those holes in half, so the air that can come in from the bottom basically comes from the sides and from that feed hole in the bottom. And so my goal is to raise it up, to raise the whole thing up off the ground, and this is what I came up with. All that is the top of a standard can, and I cut it with a Dremel, and I can set the stove, DX stove, right on top of it, and it raises it up enough up off the ground that air can come in from below and up through that ash plate when wood is put in there. And yes, it looks like my beloved IKEA hobo stove, which I have created to have a similar effect. So the IKEA hobo stove is also raised up a little bit. When I modified it, it has this little stand on the bottom that has holes so that air can come from below to feed from below the fire. That's a pretty simple solution, actually. Uh, just really a standard can, and what it does is it sits just inside the diameter of the bottom of it. There's little brackets at the bottom, and the brackets are what hold the ash plate up from the bottom. But from underneath, those brackets hold up the little can stand, I guess, that I made. I don't know what to call it. Can stand? Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, what I did is as I said, I took a Dremel and I took a normal can, just a standard can. You could probably use a soup can or a, bean can. I happen to take a olive can. It is a 6-ounce can. I personally don't eat olives. I think they're disgusting. My wife eats them all the time though, so I just pulled this out of recycling. Anyway, dremeled it and filed it down, and now I have this little plate that holds my DX stand up off the ground and should make it more effective for wood burning, for burning twigs. It's basically a lightweight alternative version to my beloved IKEA hobo stove. Here are the two models side by side. So my IKEA hobo stove is wonderful, but it is stainless steel and it is bulky and a little bit heavy for hiking, which I'm getting more and more into. So this DX stand, which I can also use Esbit tabs and alcohol in, can also burn wood. And now I have a little miniature version. Anyway, I thought you guys might enjoy that project. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks.